Okay, we're back on the main streets of the TTS Club Discord to battle some fellow Dune Imperium players. And this week we're joined by a viewer of the channel, so wish him luck. Okay, Green will go for Duke Leto Atreides. Absolutely killer leader. Very powerful. Landsrat is sick. Prudent Diplomacy. They'll almost always get all of their influence for the 2-point tracks. And they can chase people for alliances as well, so super good. And with him going before us, it's very likely that we won't get much shipping access this game because he'll be able to catch up really quickly. So with that in mind, it might change our decision. So let's see here. We have Frederick and Death Commando, Gunthopter. It's a good combat card. Maybe I'll go combat. Test of Humanity, Bene Gesserit Sisters, and Sardaukar Legion. And we also have training drones, troop transports, and disposal facility. Some good techs. Not the best, but they're solid. Training drones can be really good early game. Red pick Duke Armand Kaz. Not my favorite. And blue goes Viscount Hundra Moritani, which makes me more inclined to go for the shipping track. Yeah, I'll go Ariana Thorvald. Really like this leader. Okay. Solid starting hand. Unfortunately, no faction access, which... Okay, actually, this isn't a solid starting hand at all. Not getting any faction access since the player going first is terrible. So, really unlucky.
Wait, no way.
So, victory point for the first combat.
Ribbit, I was just watching your video. It's you, right?
Oh, hell yeah. Yes, it is.
Wait, what? I was like, wait, this voice, no way. I was literally just watching your strategy guy. I'm kind of new to Dune.
Oh, good.
Oh my.
Yeah, no, I definitely designed it to be like a new player primer, so I'm glad you liked it.
I thought that I was playing a video in background when I heard your voice. I was like, wait, no.
No, just me. Okay, kind of a garbage one. Not a huge fan. I do get a water. And, yep, I'll send the troops in. Always good to get early victory points. Blue will play Bypass Protocol starting out, so they can acquire a card that costs 3 or less, and they'll take Test of Humanity. Really good card. Forcing players to lose cards or lose a deployed... Usually, this will cause at least one player to lose a card, which is feels really bad. And it looks like they'll also play their Seek Allies, and they'll head on up to Fold Space. Yep. Really terrible to let Hundra Moritani get back-to-back Fold Space and Interstellar shipping this early. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to block it, so they're probably going to run away with this game, I'd imagine. Armada will play Dune Desert Planet. They'll head on up to Smuggling. They'll get a bump and a Solari. Green will play their Signet Ring. So they'll draw an extra card here. Unfortunately, they can't use their Signet Ring ability if they go here, because they won't have the Spice. Okay, so they changed their mind so they can get the value from the Signet Ring. And looking like they'll just throw in one troop here. Understandable. Yep. Yeah. And they'll take the bump with the guild. Expected. They'll be able to get pretty early access to full space. That's why, in this exact scenario, it doesn't feel that bad that I'm not getting access because, like I said, Duke's going to be going before me every round. It just feels bad because Viscount Hundra Moritani is going to get such early access to Interstellar shipping, which will make them extremely powerful with their Signet Ring ability. We have a decision here. So we can either play the safe play and dagger up to tech negotiation, do it, or we can go reconnaissance and draw a card. I actually don't mind drawing a card here, because even if... So there are 2 cards that really screw us. 2 out of 5 chance that we can't buy Sardaukar Legion, which sucks. But Gunthopter isn't a bad second choice. So I'll just go for it. And I do want to get an extra troop in here. So I'll go Arakeen. Okay, so honestly, not a bad result. I mean, it sucks because now we can't get Sardaukar Legion, but Gunthopter is not a bad card. And we can go more combat focused, so... I think we will commit the one more troop, just because we're really vulnerable to someone going Hardy Warriors. And at least this way, we have the 2 daggers we need to at least tie. And we'll save the extra troop. Getting a little bit greedy here, but if with 2 daggers, I feel a lot more confident going in. And we will have both of our faction access next round. Looks like Blue will play Diplomacy, and they'll just head on down to Still Suits. So this is good for us. This means Hundra isn't going to have their faction access for next turn, so they won't be able to go to Fold Space. So they won't be getting quick Interstellar shipping. Red will play their dagger. They'll head on up to tech negotiation. So they will be able to use their coordination ability this round, and they will discount a future tech. Solid stuff. Something to keep in mind, we're not going to have any blue city access next turn. Because we drew them both. We're going to be drawing into both of our dunes. And, oh wow, early reveal from green here. They'll reveal 6. Which I think is the right call, because, yeah, they really don't have anywhere to go. I'd imagine this would be a Sardaukar Legion. I think you take the Sardaukar. Gunpowder is a good choice. Oh, that helps. Oh, never mind. They do have 6. Oh, no! That's a great reveal. So we reveal 4 and 2 daggers. And green has 2. Okay, so we have 4. I think this is just a Bene Gesserit sister. It's between that and Frederick and Death Commando. I can go combat heavy strat here. But this still plays into a combat heavy strategy. And it gets, yeah, this is just more flexible. Ah, and the voice comes off. I'm not getting lucky with my buys. The voice is so good, I wish I could have bought it. So blue will reveal 3 and a dagger, putting them up to 5 combat strength. And they'll take the voice, revealing Troam Directorship. And they'll also take an assassination mission. Red will reveal 4 buying power, and they'll quickly take negotiated withdrawal. Combat, I'll pass, and I don't think anyone else has any, so take your rewards. Early victory points are huge, definitely worth the investment. It looks like I committed way too much to this battle, but if I don't put in the 4 there at least, someone can go Hardy Warriors and take it away, so I actually do need to commit all that to that combat to win. Okay, makers, and next round. So, we're a little bit sad that we didn't draw into any... Well, we knew we weren't going to draw into any city access, but going Research Station here would have been huge just so we can get Joam Directorship. Very powerful card. We won't be able to get it now. Looks like blue will play Dune Desert Planet. They'll head on up to Smuggling. Always a good move for Hundra to go to the shipping track. I think you moved the wrong ship up.
Oh, yeah. So
No problem.
thank you.
Another victory point, and this is for Carthag. Getting a banner on here is great. I don't think we'll be able to win this one. We can go to Hardy Warriors, actually. If Hardy Warrior... Red will play Diplomacy. They'll head on down to Fold Space. They'll get involved in the action. So green reveals a Seek Allies there. You usually want to be pretty confident in your move before you flash cards. So they will take the Hardy Warrior spot. Great play. That's where I was going to try and go. And they'll just put all 4 in. So this make our play a little bit more awkward now. Where do we go? We really wanted to go Hardy Warriors there. Oh, this is such an awkward series of turns. Could draw a card. We don't have the Solari to do it, though. How many? We have 4 to buy. So we're not going to really be able to get anything that good anyway. So I'll take my own advice, and I'll start out with my Diplomacy. And I can just take Wealth. Not the strongest turn, but we don't really have a lot of great options. We do go last, so if no one else puts a troop in, we can get a really cheap second place reward. We'll see. Looks like Hunter will play their Signet Ring. They don't have any spice, so they will have to go to... Okay. They'll take the Haga Basin here. They have a lot of water, so perfectly fine play.
Use 1 spice to use my ring.
Yep, and they will use the ring. No.
And,
Do they collect here? Or do they take the bump? Yeah, they'll take the bump. I think that's the right call. He'll be going shipping a lot this game, so... And they will put the 1 troop in. Red will play their Signet Ring. And they'll head on up to Tech Negotiation. Getting another discount. Maybe trying to get training drones? We'll see. Unfortunately, that will shut down their coordination ability this round. But they'll use the Signet Ring to grab Frederick and Death Commando. Reveal a Scout, which I don't really like as a card. Kind of weak. But if you're going for like an artillery strategy, it can be good because it has a sword on reveal. Yeah, it looks like green will play their reconnaissance. And they'll head to Carthag. Always a solid early game move. I don't think you put the troop in here. They already took Hardy Warriors, so... And everyone's already gone, so there's not a big need. And they know I can't get a lot of troops in. So, I can go Dune Desert Planet just to cycle out the card. And I think I might do that here. What am I really afraid of drawing? Nothing. So, it does feel a little bit awkward to do it. My other option would be to play a Seek Allies and just get another water, which could be an option as well. Yeah, I think I just take advantage of my Seek Allies. It's going to be a weaker turn for sure, but do I really want to go Still Suits and get more water? I think getting a lot of water is fine. Yeah, and then it's a combat space as well, which helps me out. So that puts me at the 3 water. Getting a lot of water isn't bad because it enables research stations later. And I will put the troop in here, because I do think there's a chance I can beat blue. And getting 1 entry card for 1 troop isn't bad at all. So they do reveal 1 dagger, which will put them up to 3. I'm at 2. But I do have the flexibility in this card, and that I can reveal it for daggers. We'll see what's on the row available. They have 3 buying power. And looking at Guild Administration, and they will take it. Revealing Spice Hunter, which I'm not really in love with, honestly. Red will reveal 2 buying power and a dagger, and they'll just take an Arrakis Liaison. Totally fine. Green just reveals daggers and Seek Allies, so... yeah, that puts them up very high. I'll take the daggers. We still have 2 to buy. Do we want a Spice Hunter, or do we want a Liaison? Yeah, I think I like the Liaisons more. Even though this does have access, I think there is an argument to take this. I think Liaisons are really flexible, and I want more blue access for research stations in the late game, so I think that's fine. Okay. Yeah, so combat, green goes first. I'll pass as well. So I get a Spice and an Intrigue card. Oh, really good one for us. Oh, really solid. Research station, pretty much. Discounted research station. Oh, this is great, especially with the Troam Directorship on the board. Hey, good combat here. Secure the Imperial Basin. A lot of water for his rewards. Red will just go to Fold Space here. They'll be the first one with access to interstellar shipping. Really huge. And it will deny green for at least a little while. They may have drawn into their Signet Ring ability, so they'll be getting it pretty quick as well. Kind of reinforcing my decision to ignore this. If you can't get it somewhere early, and everyone else that gets it before you, you're really limiting yourself to going shipping twice. I mean, it's nice for the victory point and all, but I don't know. I think there's better things for me to focus on at this time. Okay, so green will play their Signet Ring here. And look like they'll just take a trip to Carthage, giving themselves a Solari too, so solid move. And they can take a bump somewhere. They do have the spice to do it. I'd imagine you would take it with the guild. And they will draw a card. Yep, they'll just throw them both in. This is a good, even second and third place rewards are good here, so I think that's a good commitment.
And I'll use my ring.
Yep. So they do use their ring ability. So they can take the bump here. And they will. Okay, our turn here. So we do want to get the Mentat. No one else has 2 Solari, so we can wait on it. We really want to draw and go to the research station, because blue does have the water to do it, and they might be tempted to go there just because of Troam Directorship being on the board, so we should definitely deny that. So we'll go here first. And we get to draw 3 cards.
If you did, you gotta draw that second one again, because this one didn't shuffle.
What are you talking about?
Your second card, this card right here, did not shuffle.
Well, that means both of these cards didn't shuffle, right?
No, the other one did. Just this specific card did not shuffle. This card did shuffle.
So we do have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we do have what we need. So we don't have to draw anymore. And we only paid a net of 1 because we gained 1 water with our thing. If you're wondering why I only went down to 2. Looks like Hundro will play their Signet Ring. They'll go to Smuggling. I'd imagine they would collect here.
Use the ring.
So they'll go up, they'll use the ring and go down. So they get all the rewards.
Take this.
And they will take troop transports. Yep, absolute S tier tech for 100 more Tani. And I'd imagine they'd be taking the bump here.
One up here, yeah.
Yep, and they will.
And
Will they take the Solari or the Spice? I'd imagine it would be the Solari.
okay, take the Solari.
And they will, so everyone else gets one. Red will play their Signet Ring, and they'll just grab the Mentat. Fine, we weren't planning on getting the Mentat anyway. We have what we need. And, yep, they'll just snag an Arrakis Liaison with their Signet Ring ability.
You didn't go into style of shipping. Yes. I seldom had the chance to go here.
So, Green will play their Dune Desert Planet. They'll head on over to Interstellar Shipping. Always a really solid move, and they'll get to go up 2 on the track. Our turn here. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we do have enough for the Choran Directorship. So we don't want to play any of these. We really want to just play a dagger. We can, in theory, grab a Dreadnought, but I don't think it's worth it. So we'll just go. Yeah, we'll just play our dagger. I don't think anyone else can buy it before us. And we'll just head on up to Tech Negotiation and take a future discount. This is kind of like turning the dagger into a spice. We don't need the daggers in hand anyway. So we really only get punished by a reveal early for 8. And I don't think that's possible with a 4-card hand, given the cards people have bought so far. They would need double Convincing Argument into double Arrakis Liaison, and I don't think a single player has bought 2 Arrakis Liaisons yet, so we should be fine. Looks like Blue will take the Great Flat here. I think there is an argument to be made for us taking the Great Flat, because we do cycle this out. It is a little risky, but I guess if I get really unlucky, I could have went Water of Life, so maybe that would have been the play. Because I do have the 2 water to take it as well, and I had a Dune Desert Planet, and it would have cycled itself out, so maybe that was actually the play instead of using my dagger. I kind of forgot about my Spice Addict concept. So maybe a bit of a misplay there. Red will play Reconnaissance, and they'll just head on over to Arkeen, gain a troop, draw a card. I'd imagine they'd sink some troops in here. This is a good combat. Getting a flag on Imperial Basin could be real nice, because people are going to be tempted to go there. If they have any kind of swords in hand, Green does have Intrigue cards, which makes it a little bit more complicated. They might just throw the 1 in here. You can put in 3 if you have daggers in hand and just try to beat Blue the old-fashioned way, but doesn't like to do that. They'll just take their 1 water. It's kind of a one you don't want to see as Ariana Thorvald. You don't want everyone else to have a lot of access to water. So Green will reveal a lot of daggers here.
So I move up here.
Putting themselves up to 7. Blue is at 6, and Red is at 2. And they will reveal in the shadow, so they get a bump there. Okay, I'll reveal. So I do have 9.
Oh.
But I'm going to take this. So we get the Choran Directorship. We get a bump everywhere. So this is a pretty big turn for us. Makes it much easier to get victory points. So a nice little burst of value there. Revealing Opulence, which is a win condition in and of itself. Fortunately, we won't be able to get to it, and we got to hope that other people can't get it this turn. Oh, they have 4. Okay, yeah, so that's not enough. Honestly, not a lot of great cards for cost here. Maybe you can get space travel. I'd imagine they just end up getting Arrakis Liaisons, though. It's kind of a tough call. You could get a Spice Hunter and an Arrakis Liaison that does have a little bit of built-in value with the Fremen Bond. I usually end up valuing the extra persuasion a lot more, especially when buying intrigues in the late game, than 1 sword. But they will elect to just take 1 Arrakis Liaison. Red reveal 2, 3, 4, 5 buying power. And I imagine this would be a starter card Legion. Really good card. Lets you get a lot of troop value for going to green and Emperor spots. Honestly, sometimes I will just get the super early Spice Mist flow. In this case, this can end up being worth multiple points, whereas the Spice Mist flow is worth 1. And the reveal of 3 Solari earlier in the game when I'm trying to get Swordmaster High Council is just better than revealing for 1 Spice. It's kind of my thought process behind it. But there will be games where I'll get a really nice early reveal like this, and then I'll just take the Spice early. It does clutter up your deck, which kind of sucks, but unless there's a really good card in the row, it's usually worth getting the points when you can.
That makes sense.
Okay. So, going to combat here. Green does actually have the most. So green will take down another victory point here for just 2 troops, making great use of Gunthopter. And this is the problem when you don't go to the intrigue cards, because now they have nothing to do against green here. So, unfortunately, a lot of people get a lot of water. Blue gets 2, red gets 2, so our water monopoly is not looking great. Not a great combat. I mean, getting the Solari is nice, getting an intrigue card's nice. First and second are pretty much equal, depending on how much you value the Mentat. I really wanted to get Opulence here. I think I diplomacy
way.
to fold spaces
This
in
always
order
happens.
to get my interstellar shipping
Where's my
access for when I
Dune?
go first next turn. So green will just play their diplomacy. Are they going to go fold space? Would have been a really weird play. Weird. Okay, so they'll just get another fold space here and take another bump. Did you take your bump?
Nope.
No, no.
Thank you.
Okay. Kind of an odd play. I mean, it denies me from going full space. I would have liked to have gone full space this turn, but it's not that big of a deal for me. It's not like the best denial play in the world, because I'm not getting interstellar shipping this turn anyway. But we will play Dune Desert Planet. We'll take the great value that is the Imperial base right now. Green, you get a spice.
Thank you.
So we do draw one less. We get one less spice. So we only get 2 from this. But we do get to draw a card. Okay. Not a bad one to draw. Blue will play a fold space.
Well, I will go.
And they'll just go up the interstellar shipping. Really solid. We need to get some Solari going is what we need to do. Red will play their dagger. And just head on up to tech negotiation. So they do have a lot of discounts now. And they'll take Holtzman Engine for free. Or with their negotiators and the 1 discount. A little bit questionable. They already have trashing in their deck, so they probably get the least relative value out of this. But if they're just trying to get a super thin deck, I think it's fine. I think red can also end up in a trap where, because they're not necessarily trashing every turn because they're going to the faction spaces, they can end up really, really fat deck because they're signet rigging, picking up a bunch of cards, and also buying cards. So that's like 1 to 2 cards every turn. And they're already at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Even while trashing a bunch of cards. So I don't think it's the worst buy. I think I would have gone for training drones, personally. Detonation devices can be a win condition in and of itself. No one's gotten their Swordmaster yet. Blue can almost afford it. Looks like green will just play the Mentat here. Yep. So we would have actually have liked to take the Mentat, so that is a denial for us. So, strong argument to be made to play our diplomacy. It's actually a little bit tough because we have to decide which one of these we want to play. We can play either one and still get our opulence going. Do I want the water or do I want the faction access? We don't have a ton of faction access in our deck already. Where would I even go with this? I could start working on my alliance. No troops in this combat, which makes me way more inclined to want to go to a city spot this turn. Yeah, I think that's actually the tiebreaker for me. Because this, getting the Solari and an intrigue card is huge. So we'll go to, where do we, yeah, we'll go to Carthag. We don't need to draw a card. We already have what we need. We will see what intrigue card we get. Okay, Finesse is a really good one. We will put the troop in. Honestly, first through third are all solid. Obviously, we'd like first or second, but beggars can't be choosers. Looks like blue will play Guild Administrator. They head on up to Smuggling. Will they collect here, or will they go up one? They will collect. And they get to put all the troops into the combat, so we will not be getting first place here. If red doesn't go to a combat space, we can luck into getting the second place reward. See, where do they take the bump? So they will take the bump here, getting another victory point. Putting themselves up to 3. Green is actually at 4. 2 victory point combats is great. And they get to trash a card because they play Guild Administrator, and they'll trash a Dune Desert Planet out of their deck. Red will go fold space here. And head on over to Arakeen. So I'd imagine they'll put in a couple of troops here, which is a little unfortunate for us, but it's fine. Forgot to take my water from the ring. So I did remember to do it eventually. So yeah, red will put into, 3. Okay, they'll go for the first place. That's fine. As long as green doesn't put a troop in here, I'm feeling pretty confident that we can at least get 2 Solari for the troop, which is a solid trade. Okay, Green will use Dispatch Envoy with a dagger. They'll head on over to Wealth, get a couple Solari. Always good to enable Duke Leto's Solari engine. Our reveal here. Super powerful card, gives a lot of Solari and is a victory condition, so always good getting that in the deck. I think we have a solid little engine going here. We want to start pushing for some of these alliances. I think there's a couple up for grabs. We haven't been doing a great job of going to the faction tracks a lot. This does give us a little bit more faction access, so we should be able to push for the Emperor Alliance a little bit easier. Blue will reveal 3, and they'll take a Desert Ambush. Not a huge fan of this card. Can be good in niche scenarios. Red will reveal 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they'll take the Spiceman's Flow, getting a victory point for themselves. Very solid. They can trash a card with disposal facility.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
And with their ability, so they can trash 2 cards.
Oh, you do this.
So Red's going to trash a Dune Desert Planet and a Convincing Argument. So they will take the double trash here. Okay. They got their deck down to 11 cards.
Oh yeah, you remove 2 because 1 for you and 1 for me. Okay.
Green will reveal 5.
Oh, I can't decide.
Gotta go landing
Either I
rights.
get space travel and the voice, or I get landing right. I don't know which one is better, space travel or landing right.
Landing rights for sure. Yeah, especially you already have some shipping going as well. Very, very good card.
Okay. But I'm trying to go for alliance. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that gives you this track to be able to utilize this to do it.
Oh yeah. Okay. Nice.
Mhm.
Okay. So we do get the second place
Okay.
award. Red did retreat, I believe. Their 3 units, so they got a bump somewhere. I actually didn't notice that. I think they took it with the guild, so they'll fight green here. Great for us, because now we get an intrigue card.
Yeah.
Did you
Just
take your
now?
intrigue card, Blue?
Yep.
Okay. So we do have 4 intrigue cards now, so we're going to want to spend them. Spend 1 so we don't get secrets stolen. Okay. Not a good hand. Not a good hand at all. So I think this might be a Water of Life turn. Oh, revealing Machinations. Very good. We don't have a lot of way. We don't have a way to get a lot of troops in though, so kind of weak. Start out with Water of Life.
Oh, nice.
We need to draw into better cards than this. Yeah, so we do get our opulence here. I don't think we need to race over to Wealth. I think we have some time to get there. I think the big value is going to come from the Haga Basin. So yeah, we'll go for that first. So we'll get 3. We get 1 less and we draw a card. So we'll get 3 total. And we get to draw a card. So Blue will play a Glimpse the Path here. They pinned 1 spice to gain water and draw a card. Pretty solid. They can also draw a bunch of cards here. So Blue will play their voice, and they'll head on over to the research station. I'll grab the token for them.
Yeah, and I put it.
So we'll see. They can block off a spot for the entire round, and they go to interstellar shipping. Fantastic play.
Troops, so it's okay.
Best case scenario. This is why this is such a good card, by the way. And there's another one on the row. So, although there's also an Esmer Turek. Maybe a little bit late for this card. Usually, when you get closer, that you really want to be revealing for persuasion, not for the resources. But could still be worth it for someone, especially if there's going to be a close alliance race here. I'd imagine Red would just go full space here, lock down the alliance. Red will play their Dune Desert Planet. I'd imagine smuggling, maybe. Yeah, they will take the Great Flat Spice, paying 2 water to get 4 spice, and they can put some troops in. This is a good one to win. I'd imagine they'd put in 2, and they do. So we're going to play their Signet Ring. And they'll just head on down to smuggling, and they'll collect. So I'd imagine this would be a guild here. Definitely a mistake from Red. I feel like they should have just went to smuggling to deny it from Green if they couldn't go to Fold Space, because now they do lose out on the alliance that they started pushing for. And it'll be hard to take this back. Unless there are no power plays, no treacheries in the game right now. So, Green goes up to 5. First place right now. Really solid.
I'll get the Solari.
So they will take the
Okay.
Solari, giving us a bonus. We'll take it for sure.
You do your ring ability.
Oh yeah.
We have not been doing great with the tracks. I actually think it might be worth using our opulence to go to a track to just really set ourselves up with Solari for the rest of the game. The only issue with that is it's really a lot of opportunity cost there. So right now, if we reveal, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 buying power. We can go dagger up to tech negotiation. And we could get a tech here. Maybe a Holtzman engine, actually. Use my spice. I think that's the best play. And then I can get it. Not only can I get a spiceless flow, but I can also get a victory point from opulence. So I think that's the optimal play here. Yeah, because I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9. So I think I do that. It will put me a little bit farther from getting my Sword Master, but it's going to be a while to get my Sword Master anyway because blue and green are both going to be going for it. So, and I'll be going last. So I definitely won't be getting it next round either. So I don't mind taking the L there. I'll grab Holtzman. That'll cost me 4. So that'll help me with my endgame goal of drawing a lot of cards, buying stuff. So I'd have to imagine that blue can afford a Spice Must Flow here. I mean, we'll see. They might not be able to. Oh, yep. Blue will head on over. They'll grab their Sword Master. I think that's the right play. Good for us as well. That's one less person we have to compete with for Sword Master in the future. Red will play Fold Space. Head on over to Interstellar Shipping, which blue reserved for them. So I'd imagine this would be an up and down. Restricted Ordnance in the row, which is a good combat card. A couple of good, decent tech cards. Actually, speaking of which, let's make this very obvious. Just so I don't forget. I always forget to take my rewards from those kind of things, so. This is nice because it gives me an extra card to buy Spliceman's Flows, and I should be ending this game with at least 2, so. So it looks like they will go up and down. They'll collect the Solari. Always great for us. One more person to compete with Swordmaster, though. Usually red likes to get Swordmaster earlier than this. They get 2 more troops. It is a good move. It will probably hurt them in that they can't get a... So green will just head on over and grab their High Council seat. Not a lot of interest in this combat. Blue's probably going to get it for the cheap. I think we will play our double cross here. Blue has 2 actions left, so they're definitely getting first place, but I would like the water and the Solari, so I think it is worth... I will get my investment back, most likely. And I do have a finesse if I really need it.
Spice Must Flow. Oh.
Okay, so I get 3 Solari. I do have enough for a Spice Must Flow. And I will pay the Solari for the opulence point.
Yeah.
So that is a 2-point turn. Very powerful. Opulence is such a good card. Even if you're not getting the value from the victory points, getting the 3 extra Solari when you play it to a spot that gives you Solari in the first place is just huge. So, getting our engine rolling here. Gotta love it. I think worst case scenario, this double cross is giving us a water, which is fine. I don't know how I'm not going combat strategy, so this isn't going to do a ton for me. We do kind of hope that red doesn't have any combat daggers in their hand. We'll see. They probably do. Actually, they might not because they trash both the daggers, so we should be fine against red. We're hoping that blue doesn't put troops in. It's actually so unlikely that they don't put troops in. I'd be shocked. It would honestly be a bad move by them not to. Because they can just go blue. I know they have the cards to do it too. And this is a combat worth winning for sure. Yeah, so they'll start out with a signet ring. I'd imagine this would be to a city spot. Wow. What? Dreadnought. What? I mean, I guess with their second action, they can put the Dreadnought in. And they will pay the Solari to get Restricted Ordnance, which can be very valuable later. Revealing Hollow Projector is a tech that we would like to get. And they will pay the spice to move up with the track. Let's see what red reveals here. I don't think they have any daggers in their deck. Could be wrong, though. I haven't been keeping super close track. Red will reveal... Oh, they don't get the Fremen Bond swords. But they can deploy up to 3 troops from their garrison, so they will move ahead of me, which is fine. This might discourage blue from going in, so we might get the Solari for the second place. And they will take Esmer Turek. Powerful card, and it will help them compete with the Alliance here. Green reveals 5. Bounty Hunter is a good card. I would like to pick that up. I don't think that was available. Oh, Lady Jessica. Ooh. You have to keep in mind, we are later in the game now. So, relatively less value. And they will take a voice for themselves. Blue to go here. So they do have 1 action left. Both city spaces are open. They can take down second place here. If they feel bad about it, they can just commit 1. If they commit 1 Dreadnought, they're tying. So they will play a diplomacy here. Interesting. And they go Hardy Warriors. What? Interesting. Okay. So they're going to fight for this combat. Do they put them all in? And they will. Wow, that's 7.
I think I can reveal because
Yep.
there's nobody.
They'll reveal 2, 4, 6, and 2 daggers. And they get 1 Solari.
Sorry.
Okay, wow.
Yes.
Red has no
What a pity.
entry cards, so this is just a free one. 2, 4, 6, yeah.
Take
So Bounty Hunter's great. I would take that one.
that's nice.
Oh, Smuggler stop there. Oh, God, what a lucky draw for them. Holy crap. Unbelievable. So we do get a water. Red gets second place. They get a water and 2 Solari.
2
And
bumps.
red gets 2 bumps.
Um,
Or no, blue gets 2 bumps. Red is the one that got the second place.
Already.
So where do you take the bumps here is blue.
uh,
I think they took 1.
yeah. Take
Yeah, you take 1 there. You get the Alliance for
Might
sure.
have a point.
So they get 1 victory point there, putting them up to 4. And they'll just start working on the Emperor track. Okay, blue will play Guild Administrator and head on up to Interstellar Shipping.
And down.
And they'll go up and down. Getting so much value out of this. Absolutely insane. And they can trash a card. Trashing an assassination mission is huge. And they will do it.
So I have 4. Troops. And 1
And
up
they'll
there.
dump a bunch of troops in here. Conflict 3 is coming up next turn, keep in mind. So people will be able to race ahead. And they will take their victory point with the Emperor Trek. We have 2 free points sitting here. So that can get us up to 8 pretty quickly. And we can shoot for an alliance. Red will grab their Swordmaster now. There's no way we're getting our Swordmaster before the end of the game with green also in line to get a Swordmaster. So we're just going to have to accept that we're not getting it, which is fine because we don't have a lot of Solari anyway. And we want to be using our Solari for victory points. So not the biggest deal. So this endgame, by the way, we have to have 2 Spice Must Flows in our deck. So while you're usually tempted to burn them out of the deck so that you don't clutter up your deck with bad cards, with this specific one, I need to remember that I shouldn't be burning them out. So I can trash other bad cards, but not my Spice Must Flows. And it can be worth getting rid of daggers and stuff like that. We do have a finesse for a bonus point right at the end. If we get truly desperate, we could go down with one of these and take the point. Unfortunately, not getting access to Interstellar Shipping did make our Solari gain a little bit worse. But we've got a lot of free Solari from other people collecting, so it's not the biggest deal. Looks like green will play a Fold Space here. And they'll just head on over to Fold Space, securing their alliance for a little bit longer. That's the unfortunate thing when someone races you. You end up wasting turns just trying to keep the alliance. Like, do they really want to be going to Fold Space at this stage of the game? Not at all. So red putting a lot of pressure on green, who is one of the game leaders, so it makes sense why they're doing it, but this does definitely hurt green.
No,
You have to
yeah,
take
an
a
actual-
Fold Space card
An actual Fold Space
for going
card.
to Fold Space.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
Our turn here. So, there are a couple things we want to do. We want to get a Spice Must Flow this turn. We do have 3 cards that don't help us at all, that being 2 daggers and a Spice Must Flow card. We can go Research Station. We could also go Dune Desert Planet into Selective Breeding. That's another option. To trash a card. That also gives us a victory point. And it cycles out our Dune Desert Planet. So that's a lot of card draw. And it gives us a backdoor Research Station if we don't have any other plays. And we do have a lot of water, so it's not a huge deal to do that. So yeah, we'll start out with that. See what we get from the extra card draw. You get a spice green. We only get 1 spice for our ability, but we do get the draw card. And we get our opulence. Not a good draw. Not a good draw at all. Kind of unfortunate, actually. I mean, we can play it to just get more Solari. And I think we might end up just doing that.
Everybody discard a card.
Okay, so that actually hurts us. They play Test of Humanity, so we do have to discard one here. So what are we at? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we are kind of far away. I'm definitely not going to another Dune spot, so I'll give it to this. There is a chance I use my reconnaissance. Puts us a little bit farther behind.
Okay, I'll discard.
Forgot to pay.
Okay, so red will take selective breeding from us, which is fine. Actually, we should have played calculated higher. We need an extra action this turn bad. Oh, what a mistake. Oh. Okay. We'll see. Green can punish us hard here. We really hope they don't take Mentat. I should have played this. We might not get punished. But if they take Mentat, then yeah, that was actually a throw. I forgot I had this card. Because we need an extra action. We need to draw, and we need to play our opulence. So, kind of a rough situation. Yeah, so red will discard. They're in the shadows. We're letting them retcon a little bit. Yep, so green will take the bump there, putting them up to 7. So we really got to hope they don't take Mentat here. But it is, of course, the Duke letter sitting on 10 Solari. So I'd be very surprised if they don't take them. Oh, excellent. So green doesn't take it. Huge. Actually a mistake.
No.
We know they have a dagger in hand. They should absolutely be going Mentat here. But this is good for us.
Wait, nah, that actually doesn't help me. Never mind. I thought I
Okay.
can get Lady Jessica. My bad. Yeah, you can get the Solar.
Okay.
Okay, they do draw the intrigue card, which locks in that turn. Whew. That was worrisome. Very worrisome. And let's see, they will commit 1 troop in. I think that's fine. They're not getting first place. Second place getting
That's me.
all 3 spaces here are pretty good. Obviously, the first one's the best, but getting second place is fine. So now, we should have played this last turn. We actually didn't get... I think if green was more experienced, they would have taken the Mentat there, and that would have really punished us, but I think it's fine the way this worked out for us anyway. I'll play this.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to be playing Opulence for sure. Do we do that first? Or do we go Research Station first? We can go Research Station with our last turn. That does feel a little bad. But we know no one else can go there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are most likely going to be able to get up to enough for a Spice Must Flow. Although there are 3 cards that are worth nothing, so we probably don't get there. But it is worth getting for Lady Jessica. But we'll play this first. We can start working on this victory point, and we can finesse into the alliance. So we get 1, 2, 3 for this, and then we get 1, 2 for this. So that does set us up for a Sword Master if green doesn't go for it. Although we might want to just save up for another reveal victory point. I think that is it for now. So blue will play their Reconnaissance, and they'll just head on over to Siege Tabor. Set themselves up for a Research Station next turn. Which does incentivize us to save our water for this turn. We're not going to do it, but it does incentivize it. Red will play their Signet Ring. They'll head on over to Arakeen to draw a card and get a troop. I imagine you just dump the troop in. Third place is pretty solid here. They're like, you're pretty much shaking it for the intrigue card. And they will Signet Ring away a Bene Gesserit sister, revealing Bene Gesserit Initiate. Okay, card. I mean, we're getting into the Conflict 3, so it probably won't be relevant, but it is okay. Green reveals 2 and a dagger.
2, 4 to buy.
So the deciding between Spice Hunter, Arrakis Recruiter, or Arrakis Liaison. Oh, they also have 2 from this, so they have 4. Never mind. So they can go Bene Gesserit Initiate as well, which is what I would pick if you had to buy one. Reeling Gunthopter. I'm sure they would have liked to have that more, but nothing you can do. So I do think we go Research Station here. Best case scenario, we can buy a Spice Must Flow this turn. Worst case scenario, we should still be able to buy Lady Jessica, which is a point. So we'll go for it. Oh no. 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 6. Ugh. Oh, worst double dagger, dude. Oh my god. That is the only bad outcome. That is so bad. And we get our stupid ring. Trash, trash, trash draw. Unbelievably bad. That feels so bad. That hurts us a lot. So we don't get the Lady Jessica by this turn. Oh, gross. That puts us really far behind, actually. Blue reveals 2 and a dagger, putting themselves up pretty high with restricted ordnance, so they'll be winning this combat for sure. Oh, I can't believe that draw. I think one of the worst draws we could have gotten. Getting our Signet Ring's terrible. That makes it so we can't get Research Station next turn. Really, really gross. So red will reveal 2, 4, 5, 6, and they'll take Chris Knife into Spy Smugglers. Okay. Yep, really, these were the 3 cards I got from Research Station.
Horrible.
I know. So sad. So yeah, I'm not even buying one of those cards. Okay, combat.
Well, I have no cards.
Only green has cards.
Anything green?
Nope.
Yeah, take your rewards.
Okay. Take 2 intrigues.
I'm doing makers.
Cool.
Everyone get their cards.
Yeah, I take.
And I'll next round it.
Cool.
I have a
Oh wait,
question.
he has a move up
Sorry.
thing.
Yeah, sorry, and
Go ahead.
I have this, so I
Oh,
think
okay.
I can use.
Yep, you got
You
it.
can take it.
And I have to move up 1 that I did not do. Let me think. I think I will do this. Yeah. Okay. First player is red.
2 victory point combat. Ugh, what a bad turn last turn. We still don't have our Swordmaster. But at this point, late in the game, I think we're just going Mentats anyway.
Oh, this one go back.
Which one?
Yeah. I mean, actually, there were a lot of bad draws. We also have Spice and Slow and Chom, so.
That card that you just drew didn't shuffle.
Yeah, I keep doing that as well. Well, this is a terrible hand as well. I think we're just going to get bad-handed out of this one, unfortunately. This is really slowing our engine down. We're not buying Spiceman's Flows. We don't have any Spice access, which hurts us. If we got one more, we could go to Selective Breeding, which would also give us a point. I mean, our biggest hope right now is that Mentat isn't taken so we can cycle out our dagger. Shame, because we had a really good start. I think we're just going to get unlucky here. So red will play Esmer Turek. Wow. Okay, and they'll head on over to over here to Interstellar Shipping. So they will pay the Spice, draw a card, and race green. So green is actually forced to go to Fold Space here to keep their alliance, which is huge for us. Because I think they'd much rather go to Mentat. But if they want to keep that victory point, they have to go to Fold Space. So that was a really nice play by red. That actually helps us out a lot. Because I'm sure green would much rather take the Mentat here for one Stellar. Yep, and they will. They'll go to space travel. Head on over, grab Fold Space. I think that's the right play. Yeah, they have to defend that alliance. They can't lose that point. Unfortunately, what a waste of actions going over here.
Alliance secure.
Yeah, unfortunate for green they were put in that position, but they really do have to take that Fold Space. They can't lose that victory point. That puts them pretty far behind. Our turn. And I think we're just not going to worry about Swordmaster. We need to draw. Our hand is trash. So yeah, we'll go for it. This does leave us enough Solari if we get Opulent Straw.
Wait, that makes sense.
Okay. So we do get some triangle access, which we will take at this point. Oh god, this hand is gross. So we can go Dune Desert Planet, collect some spice into Bene Gesserit into Selected Breeding to draw some cards. But that does require not only for there still to be spice on the Haga Basin, which is where we would want to go. It would also require no one to go to Selected Breeding. So a couple of things need to happen for us. Blue honestly might go to Highliners this turn. I mean, they probably will. But they're the only ones with 8 spice, so they can definitely take their time getting there. At least with this pretty bad hand, we're going to have a much better next turn if the game goes on, and I think it will. No one's close to sealing it up except green. And I don't think they're going to be able to win the combat this round, especially wasting their first action. I mean, they can still get the Swordmaster, so they'll get an extra action this turn, but as far as our decision to go Mentat, first of all, our hand sucks, so we need to draw the card. Second of all, even getting Swordmaster, that's only... I think the game will end next round, most likely. So that only gives us 2 total actions for 8 Solar. That's not worth it. I'd rather just keep grabbing Mentat at this stage of the game. Blue will play Dune Desert Planet. They'll head on up to Smuggling. So they will deny red the ability to collect this turn, which is pretty big. This does feel like more of a blocking play, but they can use their Courier's Signet Ring ability to get some value out of it. Red to go here. No one putting any troops in here. Maybe people sniffing out that blue's going to go Highliners anyway. Maybe they want to save up, but I don't know. Blue will run away with it if no one puts anything in. So red will play Bindu Suspension here. I don't love that blue is chasing us, so we will have to, unfortunately, use our finesse now. Probably should have used it earlier, and we'll just finesse down with the guild and accept that we're not getting that point. Red will play their Signet Ring, and they'll head on over to Arakeen. Gain a troop, draw a card. I'd imagine you just sink all 3 troops in here. I mean, you could make an argument to save them, but you just, especially since you think blue's going to be going to Highliner. Yep, and red sinks all 3 in. We really need to buy another Spiceman's Flow, if only just for my Holtzman engine point. Okay, looks like green is going to show a fold space here. I'd imagine this would be Swordmaster, and it will be. So it only costs them 7. Yep, and they only pay 7, good. And they do get to draw a card. Put this back for them. So, we'll start out with our Dune Desert Planet to draw some cards and get enough for selective breeding. So we will lock ourselves out of being able to go Research Station next turn, which I don't think is a big deal. So we do get 2 spice, and we get to draw a card. Oh, more trash. I mean, it's good. We'll have a stronger next turn, but still feels a little bit bad. I think we do play the finesse here. Play finesse. Putting this up to 7. Tied with green. We're surviving. So blue will just play their Arrakis Liaison. They'll head on over, just grab another Dreadnought. I mean, Detonation Devices is a win condition card for them. That turns this combat into a 3 victory point. If I'm them, I'm definitely taking the Detonation Devices here. Although, I guess they're concerned that they wouldn't have enough for Highliners. But still, I think they could win without even going Highliners. I mean, it makes it a little bit harder when red denies Hardy Warriors. So I think they ended up making the right play. But still, this is really good. We don't, I mean, red is so far behind at this point that it's not a big deal if they win this combat. We're actually rooting for them to win. Blue's a little bit farther ahead. Looks like green will play Gunthopter. So we will lose a garrison troop here. Not that it matters. We're not winning any combats. Okay, green will go to Siege. Getting themselves a water. I'm surprised this isn't a Carthag. And they'll save it for next round. I think they're right in assuming that there'll be another round, so I think that's totally fine. So we kind of have an awkward move here. So we can go to Research or Selective Breeding. That does give us a point. And we can draw 2 cards and trash a card. The only thing is, it doesn't do a lot for us, realistically. I mean, we can get Lady Jessica. The bump doesn't really do anything, and we have 6 cards left in our deck. So we'd have to top deck the Lady Jessica. But I still think it's better than going for that. What are the chances we actually get a victory point out of this? We'd only have 4 left. Yeah, there's like no way. Especially without High Council Seat. Not having High Council Seat hurt us a little bit. Especially when it comes to the Spiceman's Flow game, but yeah, I think we go for this. We just take the victory point while we can. So we will trash the dagger. Spend 2 spice. We'll get the bump here. So that'll put us up to 8 points, which is nice for sure. What's red at? Red is at 3. Blue is at 5. So this is the current score. So I trashed. I took my bump, so I get to draw 2 cards. 2, 4, 6. Okay. So it still does nothing for us. 4, 6. Yeah. Playing games is hard. 2, 4, 6 again. One short. Oh my god. Can we get a freaking break? I mean, we don't have... I mean, they have some pretty low value cards. Like, I'm not going to lie. But getting Lady Jessica there would just be nice. You know? I'd like a bump, you know? Maybe I can get a Bene Gesserit Alliance. Better than nothing, you know? But that's 2 turns now where I end up with 6 and I don't have enough. That just shows also lesson how important High Council seat is. I traded up the High Council seat to get an early opulence point. And looking at it now, I think that was a mistake. I think I should have waited. I should have gotten more Solari to get the long-term value and then... Because that ended up costing me multiple points over the course of the game. So, also good knowledge for me. While I'm blabbing on, Blue plays Guild Administrator. They go to Highliner, and they get a bunch of troops in. So so this is 6. This is 10 right now. They're tied up. You throw them all in, right? I mean, I guess they're trying to set up for a good next round. Maybe they have some great reveal. I don't know. That is crazy to me. That they just put in enough to tie. The thing is, red doesn't have any intrigues. And blue reveals afterwards. And if they're confident in their intrigues, then, you know, maybe that's why they're doing it. Yeah, so not having intrigue cards there lets blue know exactly how many troops they should commit. And I don't think red has a ton of swords from hand. I think, do they have a Gunthopter? I can't remember. But anyway, them having an intrigue card, which with this play is most likely a... Actually, I forgot. They're actually at 14 because they have restricted ordnance. So never mind. So that makes a lot more sense. Forget all that. I mean, still, they are comfortable not sinking the extra troops because red doesn't have an intrigue card. Blue has so much water. I just noticed. Usually we're the ones with a ton of water, but we've been using it up. I love this character. I think she's so good. Very undervalued. So red will just go for the reveal here. Okay, they actually do have a lot of swords, and they do get the Fremen bonus, so that puts them 1 ahead of blue. I'm sure they weren't expecting that one. If they don't have any intrigues, combat, or swords from hand, they're going to be really sad about this. Green will reveal 3 buying power. This is all trash. Just don't buy anything. I mean, actually, this is pretty good.
Don't think I'm buying any cards.
But yeah, I think that's reasonable. They have a lot of cards in their deck. So now we'll reveal. Hooray! Another 6 reveal. So fucking annoying. Yeah. So, that's it. Not buying anything. Oh, yeah, I didn't even notice. Red bought Lady Jessica. They took the bump. Where'd they take the bump? They took the bump with the Fremen. That's why they got the point. Okay. My fault, my fault. Blue will reveal 3, and they'll take a truce there. So, they also reveal 3 daggers. And they can deploy a troop from their garrison if they want. Looks like they're not electing to. I mean, they don't have to, obviously. So Blue's going to get 2 victory points here, which is huge. God, our next turn's going to suck. And Blue will elect to send one of their dreadnoughts over to Carthage. I think it's a okay move. Maybe I'd consider Imperial Basin. What's the extra Solar really going to do for you at this stage of the game? Spice's tiebreaker, so something to consider. So Green will start out with a Bene Gesserit Initiate, and I imagine you just take the Mentat here. Okay, Interstellar Shipping solid too. They do get some value out of that. We've been pretty much ignoring the shack. I don't think we moved up a single time. Which, this game kind of shows that you don't need to. You can still get points. I'll take the bumps, though. Giving them out.
100%.
One for each, one each, one each.
Yeah.
I'll go up and down. I go draw a card.
So we have a weird decision to make here. We actually have a couple different ways. We can play our Signet Ring to Siege Tabor and gain...
Spice.
We can play our Signet Ring to Siege Tabor, get 2 water, setting ourselves up for a research station. However, blue has 4 water. They are 100% going to go to research station if we get up to 2 water. So I don't think it's worth doing that. We can also go Signet Ring to Mentat to draw a card and gain the Mentat in extra action this turn, which is good. And I think that's what we'll end up doing. Another option we could do is Signet Ring up to Tech Negotiation and buy Hollow Projectors. That will let us cycle out our Spiceman's Flow. Also a decent option. The one issue is, if we go Signet Ring to High Council. That'll put us at 4 Solari, so we wouldn't have enough to get an opulence point. Because that would give us enough, because we want to get to 9, and we only have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need to get 1 more persuasion. That's why I'm considering going up to tech negotiation here and just getting hollow projectors and praying that I can get 1. And I think my chances are actually good. I think the only thing that really screws me is my dagger or my opulence. So that's a 2 in 7 chance. I actually think I go for that. I think we do. Yeah. We will lose any tiebreaker, most likely, which feels bad, but I think that is our win condition, I think. We just really gotta this is a big draw. We've gotten pretty unlucky with the draws so far. So I think we can get lucky here. But I think this is our best chance of getting what we need. So we get 1 water. So we're still at 8. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 with tech negotiation. So we need this hollow projectors to give us a card with 1 persuasion. If we do that, we can buy a Spiceman Slow. We get a point from this, and we get our opulence point. We're in great shape. So wish us luck. 1 persuasion. And we got there. Huge, 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 huge. Absolutely huge.
Okay.
Awesome. Really awesome. Feels good. Feels good. There were 2. We could have drawn into our the card that just reveals for Solari or our dagger there. We did trash a dagger, so we didn't have to worry about that one. Blue will go for Smuggler's Doctor here, and they'll just head on over to Smuggling. They'll get to draw a lot of cards here.
Okay, take 2 cards.
Such an S tier card. It is so good. It's a discount Lady Jessica, basically. With less spaces to go to, and you don't get the rank up, but such a good card. The fact that Blue got out of all people is nuts. And I'd imagine they will still be able to get the shipping going. So Red will play Sardaukar Legion, and they'll take the Mentat. I think that's a really good denial play from Green, who's going to want it. I was a little bit surprised that Green didn't take the Mentat themselves, but going Interstellar Shipping is good for them as well. So Green does reveal that they have landing rights. I don't know how relevant it's going to be, but they'll play their entry card. They'll get water. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, wait. Go to Research Station. Go to Research Station. Don't you want a Spiceman's Flow? What is this going to do for you? Red's going to beat you to Highliner. Research Station, you can draw 3 cards. You can buy a Spiceman's Flow. That'll put you up to 9. That's much better. This doesn't do anything for you. These texts don't do anything. What are you going to go conspiring? You're not going to be able to go to Highliner. I mean, this lets you get 2 troops in, which is fine. But yeah, I think Research Station is absolutely the play here. You're just trying. You just said you think the game is going to end this turn. You want to be buying victory points. Research Station also lets you get the 2 troops in here. This Spice isn't going to do anything for you. I mean, it's a tiebreaker, I guess, but I think you absolutely go Research Station here. I think that's a huge mistake. And you let Blue get Research Station. Okay. Buy a Spice. And I'll pay the Solari. And we are effectively at 11 with our Holtzman engine. Fortunately, we don't have great tiebreaker value, but I think that's fine. Blue here. So Blue can take us out of endgame if they take away our alliance. Oh, we're really hoping they don't do that. Okay, wow. So if they draw the cards, we're safe. So I think if they have their Signet Ring ability in hand, which they might not have, I think that was a mistake. Because they could have played that unit to Wealth to get the bump there. And then if they have the Signet Ring, they can pay it, collect, and take an extra bump. And take the alliance away from me. And that would put me out of endgame zone. And drag the game on. I don't know if Signet Ring was one of those 5 cards. But if it was, that was a mistake, I think. I mean, they're playing their own game. Drawing the cards, I imagine, to pay for a Spiceman's Flow. And set themselves up for a point if they go to Secrets. I mean, they'll get the point Yeah, so this does enable them to get an extra point, but I still think they're going to get third place here. Because green's pretty far ahead of them right now. We should update this as well. So we are now at 10. Green is at 8. Blue is at 7. And red is at 4 still. Yeah, red hasn't been getting much done. A little bit surprising. I really don't think this is a good leader at all. I mean, they're not even dealing with the big issue, which is they tend to get really bloated decks. They're just not really getting much going. I think, are they missing a point, actually? They have the 2 influence. Oh, yeah, no, they wasted a lot of time here. And wasting all that time here stopped them from getting the victory point with the Bene Gesserit and with the Emperor. So that cost them 2 victory points right off the bat. I mean, it would have been great if they could have gotten it, but it didn't work out for them. So it looks like they'll play an Arrakis Liaison. They'll head on over, draw a card. Oh, never mind. Oh, yeah, they get a Solari either way. So they'll go for the Carthag. I think this is the right move. They just need to get lucky and get some endgame victory points. A little bit surprising that they didn't end up going to Highliner. That will reward Green's play. And make me look a little silly for yelling at them so much. So now, Green can go Highliner with their last action if they have it. If they don't have diplomacy, if they don't have access, then that's insane. What? Why'd you get the spice? If you don't have Highliner access. I mean, they might still win the combat, but that is crazy. I definitely thought they were setting up for a Highliner. I guess they were just going for super tiebreaker. Still, though, I think they should have went Research Station. 100%. Especially knowing that they didn't end up going Highliner. I mean, they're new. They're new. I don't want to rag on them too much. And I think they're playing really well. They're obviously at 8 points. They're doing a great job. I give it more as constructive feedback because they'll probably end up watching this video. They said they watched the video, so just know that that last turn I would have gone to Research Station. So blue will play Test of Humanity here. So I guess they didn't have Signet Ring. Or maybe they did, and this is just a better card to play. Luckily, we've already revealed, so we don't lose a card. If they played this earlier, this would have really screwed us up, though. So that would have destroyed us. I'm glad they didn't play that earlier. So they did get an extra victory point, putting themselves up to 8. Yeah, so red will take the Lost Troop. Red trying to decide if they'll lose the troop or lose the card. I don't think red can win this combat. Most likely. What is green's at 12? Red is at 6, and that'll put them down to 4. So yeah, green definitely has this combat. So this will put them up to 10. And they might have some in-game intrigues. I'm a little bit worried that blue has Grand Conspiracy. Especially given the fact that they have 2 dreadnoughts. They weren't able to... I can't remember. I think it's, what, 3 influence with 3 tracks? Or maybe 4 tracks? I can't remember. They have their High Council seat. What else did they need? I think they needed a Spice Must Flow. So if they can buy a Spice Must Flow here, they're in good shape. And with 6 cards in hand, I think they can probably afford it. Yeah, especially with this. So I think blue might win here. Especially if they buy Spice Must Flow and they have Grand Conspiracy, which I think they do. That'll put them up to 11. And they would actually, they'd win tiebreakers with water, which is crazy. We'll see what red does here. So red will play Infiltrate, so they don't get blocked, and they'll play their Chris Knife. So let's see where they decide to go with that. They can go to a triangle space. I'd imagine they're just going to go interstellar shipping here. Go up and down. Yeah, they will. They'll go up and down. I don't know. These decks don't really do anything for you, though. This, I mean, this gives them 1 point with the Bene Gesserit. So
Take 2 spice.
They'll take the spice reward. They'll get 2 troops. Yep, and they'll get the point here. Not a bad play at all. Every other part of that doesn't really do anything for them. I guess that makes them win a tiebreaker with green if they were to get there, but I don't think they will. And they'll pick up training drones. Why not? They can't actually get them into the combat until next turn. Revealing memo quarters. Don't think that matters at this stage. No one ended up getting the Bene Gesserit Alliance this game. A little surprising. Green will reveal 2 buying power and a dagger, putting them up to 13. And I imagine you just don't buy anything here. You don't want to reveal something that can help someone else. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, they have 4, actually. I mean, it doesn't do anything, but Blue to reveal. Let's see if they can get the Spice Boost flow. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, yeah, they can get it. And I think this is a Grand Conspiracy for sure. The 2 Dreadnoughts is such a dead giveaway. So they are going to win with Water Tiebreaker. I mean, they could not have Grand Conspiracy and they just really like Dreadnoughts, but I would be so shocked. Red will play Arrakis Liaison, and they'll just head on over, grab a Dreadnought and Memo Quarters. That's interesting. What are they hoping to accomplish with that? This gives them nothing, really. Just hurts their tie-breaking potential. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really do anything for them, but I guess it doesn't hurt. No one else has any actions left, so it doesn't really do anything to you. They'll play training drones. They can't get the troop in because they didn't go to a combat space. And they will reveal. They have 2 buying power and a dagger. It doesn't really matter. I'd imagine you just don't buy anything. Okay, combat starting with green. Huge. Red.
No.
Okay, green. You technically get an option to play something, but we know that's not a combat card, so take your rewards. So green gets 2 victory points here. That'll put him up to 10. Any end game? Blue, I imagine you have Grand Conspiracy.
Yeah.
There it is.
2 more points.
Yep, so that puts you up to 11. And this is actually interesting.
An interesting tiebreaker. Wow.
Because the tiebreaker is going to be water.
Yeah, and he gets water. Never mind. GG Blue.
And you know, it's thanks to these guys who came here because.
Oh yeah, that's true. That actually gave you enough Solari to win the tiebreaker.
Look, the last card I have. I think
oh
you
wow.
want it.
Oh yeah, I would have loved that.
Yeah, this one, but I cannot use it.
Yeah. Great game.
Wow,
Interesting one.
Good game, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very close, very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so, and it goes Spice first. Since we're tied on Spice, it goes to Solari. We both have equal Solari, and then it goes to Water. And he has 3 more Water, which is ironic because I'm playing Ariana, but...
Oh, wait, you have 11?
Oh, yeah, I have Holtzman Engine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he has one more, yeah.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for the game. GG's.
Yeah, GG's.
No one